let's go to the next question, which is really interesting. I'll read this one out. I think I can say it comes from Tim. It's in the Facebook community. Tim says, "Hi all, my first post, and it's a question." Wonderful way to start. A company I invest in brackets, I am a very new investor and I'm still learning lots, close brackets, has made an, quote, announcement for quotation of securities, end quote. What is this for, question mark? What would you want to know or infer from this kind of news/announcement? A penny for your thoughts, please. Wonderful question, Tim. This is it's a kind of niche topic. So when you're new to investing, what you'll find is that when you go into your Self-Wealth, CommSec, Perler account, whatever you're using, you'll go in there, there'll be a news or an announcements tab. You click on that and you'll see, oh, there's this thing here. It says announcement for quotation of securities, or it will say annual report, or it will say media release or quarterly. And it will sometimes have numbers next to it. It'll be like 4C, 4E, and it'll have like different numbers there. And maybe you can read Catherine's response, Kate, because that might be the best way to do it. What this actual announcement means. Some of them mean nothing. Some of them mean lots. This is one that's kind of, for me, I don't read it that often. I only check it if I'm really curious. But here's Catherine's response, as spoken by the great Kate Campbell.
Yeah, so Catherine, one of our analysts at Rask Invest, who you may have heard in our earlier Disney investment podcast we did, she said that an announcement for quotation of securities basically means that a company is issuing more shares. So if you think about a company being a whole pizza and shares being slices, when more slices are issued, when more shares are issued, I've got pizza on the brain here, each slice of the pizza becomes smaller because the pizza has to be split into more slices. So companies can issue shares for various reasons. The biggest one to note is a capital raising, and there would be a separate announcement for this. So if you're on your brokerage site or you're on the ASX website, you can actually have a look in the market announcements, and there might be an announcement called a capital raising.
And they're often in a trading halt. That means that the shares can't be traded at that time. So they do a capital raising at the time of a trading halt, so that you would know if that's happening because you won't be able to trade your shares.
Another common reason is if the company acquires another business using equity shares. Again, there would be a separate announcement about that acquisition. And she said the final common reason would be options being exercised, which is when management might meet performance hurdles and they get rewarded with shares. And again, you can find information about this in the annual report under the remuneration section, which you can again find through your brokerage account, the market announcements, or the ASX website.
Cool. So this one in particular is about, I don't know exactly which company Tim owns here, but I would imagine it's about what I often see, to be honest, at least lately, a sign of the times, is directors getting shares. So their options become shares. So then the shares have to be counted by the ASX, who says, this is the number of shares that are outstanding. We have to adjust that. So that's what that means. I saw a few of these earlier this month, or last month in August 2021. And what I found was that the company was just issuing shares to the management team, and it was issuing way too many. Normally, you don't need to worry about it, particularly if it's a big company, but some of these small cap companies tend to be very generous with the shares that they give to their management teams, which
there's been a lot of capital raisings and acquisitions this year. And so
there's been heaps of them too. Yeah,
I think it's just been the year for it. Everyone's had a bit of spare time to think about what their business is doing and if they want to take over another business or raise some capital.
Yeah, it is. It's a great year for that sort of behavior, good or bad. Some people say it's the top of the market. Others say that it's a sign of a thriving marketplace. So all good. Great question from Tim.